When hell freezes over. Cowboys ain't winning no damn Super Bowl no time soon. And listen, I'd held out hope, but here's the deal. The Eagles ain't going to fade because they got an organization that constantly retools. And now we've got Josh Harris and Magic Johnson in the nation's capital with a quarterback in Jaden Daniels. So the Dallas Cowboys prospects are looking less and less and less. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I got them winning the Super Bowl February of 20 never.
20 never.
Hey, understand this statistic. Oh, my God, I just drew a blank. The Dallas Cowboys are the last team in the NFC since 1995. That's the last time that they were the team to go to the NFC Championship.
Yeah.
Everybody else has been.
Everybody else done been.
Yeah.
They have not been since 1995.
And they ain't going back.
And we talking about America's team.
Two of the teams
What if they
won a
get
title.
your
The Eagles
boy?
and the say what?
What if they get your boy Prime?
We have a different argument. but I don't
And
think that's
still,
Jerry,
it's just not real.
Is Jerry going to relinquish and let Gerald and let Steven and Charlotte run the team?
No.
Or is he still going to be? Okay.
It's going to be Jerry.
Okay.
But Prime can influence.
By the way, Cam, I love that you brought that up because Jalen Hurts and Saquon weren't even born when the Cowboys were in the NFC Championship game, and that's where I want to go right now, staying in the NFC East. The Eagles ran by the Rams on a snowy afternoon in yesterday's divisional matchup. The hero of the game, Saquon Barkley, ripped off 2 long TD runs of 78 and 62 yards. He also set a new franchise playoff record with 205 yards on the ground, propelling his team to a 28-22 victory in the NFC Championship game. Shannon.
Yes.
Can the Eagles ride Saquon Barkley all the way to the Super Bowl?
Yeah. Because right now, Jalen Hurts is not asked to do a whole lot. When you got a guy that's running the football like he is, you don't need to throw for a bunch of yards. They're not turning the football over, and as long as they don't have the turnover and get into a situation where they have to throw to catch up, because they're playing the game on their terms. They run the ball, and now we're going to throw the ball when we want to throw it. We're not going to let you dictate when we throw the football. Unless somebody takes Saquon away, and it's going to be very hard because they have a top 3, top 4 offensive line in football. Unless you take Saquon away and force Jalen Hurts to throw the ball 30-plus times, I don't see how you stop the Eagles.
Well, you do it like this. I don't think Jalen Hurts has ever been asked to do this in Philly. Go win us the football game, right? We're not asking him to win the football game. The coaches and everybody has always told Jalen Hurts, just don't lose it. Their recipe for success has been dominate the line of scrimmage, let's run the football, and let's play behind our defense. Well, you got Jalen Carter being as dominant as he's been in these last couple of games. That whole defensive line has been playing with a point to prove. So for Jalen Hurts, I'm looking at Saquon, feed him. And that could be a successful recipe for them winning the Super Bowl.
My answer to this question is no. I think that when you look at the coaching in Buffalo, the coaching in Kansas City, when you look at what Washington brings, I mean, he can run all over the Washington Commanders. But to win a Super Bowl championship, I find it very difficult to believe that somebody isn't going to come along over the next 2 matchups and say, Jalen Hurts, you got to throw that damn football to beat us.
Yes.
We're not going to let Saquon Barkley do it. And so to me, I'm not saying you're going to shut Barkley down by any stretch of the imagination, but what he's done to the Rams, over 460 yards rushing in 2 games against the Rams this year, I don't see that kind of explosive performance from Saquon Barkley to win a Super Bowl championship. I think somebody's going to dare Jalen Hurts to do it. And remember, this is a key point. This NFC Championship game that's coming up. Remember when the NFC Championship game took place years ago? Jalen Hurts didn't have to do anything to get to the Super Bowl.
He did not.
They had 4 quarterbacks for the San Francisco 49ers. We've never seen that before. 4 quarterbacks go down in the same year. Brock Purdy went down. They didn't have a quarterback. Christian McCaffrey lined up behind center. They spent the last 3 quarters not being able to throw the damn ball. It was one of the most disappointing NFC Championship games we'd ever seen because San Francisco didn't have a quarterback. This is a game Jalen Hurts did perform well in the Super Bowl against Kansas City. But this NFC Championship game here in Philadelphia this weekend with Jaden Daniels coming into the house, I think Jalen Hurts going to have to throw that football
You going to go to that one?
No.
Oh.
No.
But you've got to make Philly play on your terms. As Cam mentioned, they do a great job of playing the game on their terms.
Yeah.
We run when we want to run. We throw it when you don't expect us to throw it. We're not going to let you dictate when we throw the football. We're never going to ask Jalen Hurts to throw the ball. When you start asking him to throw the ball 30, 35, 40 times,
that's
the recipe for the opposing team to win. Sure. You got it up on your notes. Saquon has run the ball more this postseason than Jalen Hurts has passing attempts. That's their recipe. And unless you stop 2-6, you can't beat the Eagles.
Well, understand this football 101 real quick, Stephen A. In order to stop Saquon, you have to load the box. And who loves that more than anything? A.J. Brown.
Right.
A.J. Brown.
But you know what A.J. Brown can't do? He can't throw it to himself.
Right.
And that's why I'm saying it's going to come. You've got to make it come down to Hurts. And Hurts got to be ready to throw that football.
How about this here on Sunday? If they stop Saquon, A.J. Brown won't be reading that book. Because he's going to have a bunch of pass catches.
Hello?
Because he's going one-on-one.
Right.
Right.
Devontae going to be going one-on-one.
And by the way, A.J. Brown almost has some making up to do because he dropped a couple of passes.
He did.
Yes, he did. Including a touchdown pass.
Yes, he
I
did.
saw that.
Yes,
You reading that damn book, you can't go out there and then drop passes. Can't do that.
Right. Kim, can I just ask you this as a salty, disgruntled Giants fan? Where are the Eagles right now without Saquon Barkley?
I don't know.
Home.
Not here.
But you're right. But I love the fact because now we have to start identifying the blunders from upper management. You let a star go, and it didn't take multiple years.
And was arrogant in doing it.
It was 365 days ago that Saquon has never been in the playoffs, and this is what he's doing. It could have been you.
Yeah, he said he wanted to be a Giant for life. We saw how they did him dirty on Hard Knocks.
Well, here's the harbor, and I know the Giants are really irrelevant right now. Nobody should be thinking about them, but because of what you brought up, I'm going to bring it up. You got a GM that went on Hard Knocks and was arrogant as hell and dismissive in talking about Saquon Barkley, okay? And Saquon Barkley is here doing what they did. And you're the New York Giants, and what did you do? You kept that man.
Yeah.
You kept that man again. Now, I don't have no problem with them keeping Brian Dable because he's already shown he can coach, former coach of the year.
Right.
But that GM, you actually kept him after these colossal blunders?
Yeah. And
you deserve what you get.
He was the face of the team, too, and a high-character guy and leader in the locker room.
you paid Daniel Jones, and he's no longer on your team.
That's right.
And the guy that you didn't want to pay, he's on another team, about to win Offensive Player of the Year, 2,000 yards, and could possibly be the Super Bowl MVP.
That's right.
Stephen, I know you're a low-key meteorologist, so I'm just wondering, when you were watching that game in the snow, like, were you loving that?
No, I hate it. You know why? You know why I hate it?
Why?
Because obviously the turf is slippery.
Yes.
The ball is slippery. So everybody has to play under the same conditions, and you have to hold folks accountable. In the same breath, you can't be your best self under those conditions. Just think about a Super Bowl, for example. What if a Super Bowl was played in those conditions?
It was.
Then we're going like this. I said, that's right.
Not snowing, but it was
But what
cold.
I'm saying to you, when something like that happens, you're able to sit up there and you look at it, and it takes something away because you're not able to say both were at their best and the best won. Yeah, you got to play in the same conditions, so there's no excuses. But I don't want any explanations. I want perfect weather conditions. I want perfect football conditions. I want you to go out there and make the best team win. I don't want something else being used.
I mean, I want a lot in life too.
Yeah.
I mean,
I want perfect
reality.
conditions if I'm used to playing in perfect conditions.
Yeah.
If I'm a northern team, I want it to be cold, blistering cold.
Okay.
I want that for a Los Angeles team, for a Florida team.
Right.
Those are the type of conditions I want because it gives me a decided advantage. And that's why I want to get home field, because I want to make it nasty.
But you're thinking about as a player, and the conditions are, I'm saying as a fan,
you don't want to be that
it's like, I don't
You feel
want
like
that.
all things aren't equal. I get it.
Right.
Cam, we'll give you the final word here.
No, I just look at it like that's their edge. If that team's in the north.
If you look at the Rams and the way they played a dome weather team,
great.
they acquitted themselves very well yesterday.
did.
Matthew
Yes,
Stafford
they did.
threw the heck out the ball.
Yes, he did.
They absolutely did.
Except for that last pass. I don't know what the hell that was about.
Man,
Jalen Carter,
I don't
that's
know.
what happened.
I don't know.
He had
Why
enough
would they,
time to
I
throw a
don't know
better
what
pass
the
than
center and the right guard was doing the last two plays. If you rip the call, I don't know why the center would look and then turn to the left. If you
Yeah,
live
we'll
the
show
call,
it for you right here, Shay.
Right.
Bro.
Right there.
Yeah.
that he slid it the wrong way.
Yeah.
69 was supposed to be, connected with the center right here.
Yeah.
But even then, in this type of situation, Jalen Carter has been so dominant. He needs to get Aaron Jones.
Kênh YouTube của mình và video ngày hôm nay mình sẽ đi tô màu và những bức tranh của mình tô màu sẽ chắc chắn rất chi là đẹp. Mình sẽ tô rất chi nhiều những con vật này, mà chủ yếu của mình sẽ tô là con vật rất chi là nhiều. Đấy, đây các bạn hãy xem những con vật của mình. Đây là những sản phẩm của mình tô màu này, và để tô màu được những sản phẩm tuyệt đẹp gửi tặng đến tất cả các bạn thì không thể nào thiếu được hộp sáp màu. Đây là hộp sáp màu của mình này, mình đã chuẩn bị từ trước rồi, những màu sắc thật sự là đẹp. Đây các bạn này. Và bây giờ các bạn hãy cùng theo dõi mình tô màu sản phẩm nha.
เปลี่ยนชิดที่ตัวหมอนยังว่า
Vâng.
Ôi ôi.
Điện giật.
Tụi mình xong rồi.
Xin chào tất cả các bạn đã đến với kênh YouTube của mình. Và video ngày hôm nay mình sẽ đi tô màu, và những bức tranh của mình tô màu sẽ chắc chắn rất chi là đẹp. Mình sẽ tô rất chi nhiều những con vật này, mà chủ yếu của mình sẽ tô là con vật rất chi là nhiều. Đấy, đây các bạn hãy xem những con vật của mình. Đây là những sản phẩm của mình tô màu này. Và để tô màu được những sản phẩm tuyệt đẹp gửi tặng đến tất cả các bạn thì không thể nào thiếu được hộp sáp màu. Đây là hộp sáp màu của mình này, mình đã chuẩn bị từ trước rồi. Những màu sắc thật sự là đẹp. Đây các bạn này. Và bây giờ các bạn hãy cùng theo dõi mình tô màu sản phẩm nha.
Điểm chi tiết tô màu nha các bạn.
Chào tất cả mọi người đã quay trở lại với kênh của mình. Ngày hôm nay mình sẽ tiếp tục hướng dẫn các bạn ấn tượng. Hôm nay của mình sẽ có tiêu đề là áo xanh. Bây giờ mình sẽ bắt đầu tô nha. Đầu tiên mình rửa màu này.